cheesy event name. I'm sorry, I didn't come up with it. I'm not sure who did. But in the end of the day, it's not the name of the event that matters. It's the event itself. And honestly, this one's going to be so much fun. If you're a fan of Smash Bros. And you're at EGLX, you better make your way over to the main stage right now. Heck, if you're not a fan of Smash Bros. And you're at EGLX, then you're doing it wrong, guys, because this is easily one of the biggest and best reasons to be at this venue. It's a Smash Ultimate event, and it's a special one, too. I'm calling it the pros versus the not-so-pros. On one side, we have the pros, which is a selection of some of the biggest and best players that Smash has to offer. And on the other side, we have the not-so-pros, a selection of some of the biggest media influencers in all of Smash Bros. So, prepare yourselves, guys. I would like to call some of these guys up to the stage in just a second. We're going to bring these Smash Pro players up. You can see all of them in the background behind me. A smashing good time here at EGLX. The first Smash player that I'd like to bring up to the stage, one of the best players in the world at Jigglypuff, Hungrybox. Welcome on, Hungrybox. They're figuring it out in the back. We'll see. There you go. Let's get them all up here. We got some more Smash players in the background. Give me that graphic, guys, just so I know. But we got Ally as well, one of the biggest Canadian Smash players. Welcome Ally to the stage. I need an ally. Where's he at? There he is. Welcome Ally once again, guys. I'd like to welcome yet another Canadian Smash player, one of the biggest up-and-comers, one of the best players in the world right now, Mistake. Bring him up to the stage. Welcome, Mistake. Let's bring another player up to the stage, one of the biggest Sheik mains in Smash 4, Mr. R. Welcome to the stage. And guys, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a better Greninja in Smash 4. Let's bring up iStudying to the stage. Continue on with those Smash 4 gods. We got SDX. Bring him up to the stage as well. And I don't think I've ever seen a faster Sonic player in Smash 4. Supergirl Kells, welcome to the stage. And guys, honestly, one of my personal favorites in Smash Melee and a crowd favorite as well. Welcome None to the stage. And that rounds up your Smash group right here. Some of the best players in Smash Bros, the pros. And now for the not-so-pros, guys. Some of the biggest media influencers in all of video games. I'd like to welcome up first Camille Salazar Hadaway from Heads Up Daily. Also from Heads Up Daily, Marissa Roberto. Welcome up to the stage. From Jizu Arts, we have Jizu. Welcome her to the stage as well. She'll be here, I promise. All right, we'll wait for Jizu. We also have Victor Lucas from Electric Playground. There he is. One of the biggest personalities on the show today and a former host of IGN, Naomi Kyle. Welcome her to the stage. And I love these guys. Some of you guys might think they're kind of funny. We got Greg Miller. Bring him up to the stage. What?
It is a tragedy and an insult, Toronto, that I am not listed as a pro. A not-so-pro. An insult that will not stand.
You know what, Greg? Why don't you prove it? Let's see what he can do. Also from Kind of Funny Games, Ben Scarpino. Let's welcome up Nick Scarpino. I'm so sorry, Nick.
Oh, hold on. Hey, Greg. You suck.
That wasn't
Hey, Greg. You do suck. I'm sorry. Thank you for that. That's all I wanted to say.
I'd like to also welcome Shane Lewis from Re-Res up to the stage. And there you have it, guys. That rounds out our cast. And just so you know, these guys are going off in a 2v2 death match. I'm kidding. It's not that serious. They're going to go head-to-head, and it's going to be awesome for an exclusive VIP EGLX package, which includes an EGLX embroidered backpack. It includes an exclusive Destructoid pin, an exclusive Destructoid notebook, and an EGLX mouse pad, of course, for all those Smash Bros. Players who want to betray their hard-earned craft for a couple hours of Fortnite every now and then, right, guys? So they're going to go head-to-head. All the teams have been selected at random. I have the teams as well. We're going to pair them up. They're on my cell phone, so just give me 1 sec. And also note the rules of this event as well. They're kind of special. These guys are going to be going in 2 matches head-to-head. Whoever has the highest score is going to move on. And also, team attack is off and items are on. So we got some crazy stuff happening. There may or may not be a lot of projectile spam through somebody else's body. We're going to see what's happening. So the first team, Hungrybox and Camille Salazar coming. I don't know if you pair up on the stage. They'll pair up afterwards. We'll figure it out as we go. We also have SDX and Nick Scarpino. There we go. Some energy. Bring it. Give it up for iStudying and Greg Miller as well. That's a squad you want to look out for. We've also got Ally and Victor Lucas. And then we have Mr. R and Shane Lewis. Supergirl Kells and Naomi Kyle, the girl squad. And we have Mistake and Jizu. And last but definitely not least, Nun and Marissa Roberto. So like I said, guys, this is ultimately a smashing good time at EGLX. I hope you enjoy. We're going to start this event up in just a second. But once again, one more round of applause for everybody on the stage. Who plays first? It is Hungrybox, Camille Hadaway, Salazar Hadaway, and we have SDX and Nick Scarpino are going to play first on stage. So I guess you guys stick around. The rest of you, we'll see you in just a second.
EGLX 2018. We've got a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate exhibition coming up for you. This is the premier gaming expo in all of Canada. We're here at the Metro Toronto Convention Center. Could not be more excited to bring you this action. My name is Max Ketchum.
Joined by Vicky Kitty. What is up, you guys? And this is going to actually be an exciting, smashing time, I would say. As our host, Alex, had mentioned. I love the name, though. Ultimately, smashing good time, because that's exactly what we're going to have. As again, actually, Max, you want to go over the rules once again, just in case our viewers actually missed out in the beginning?
Sure, guys. So we're going to be playing with the demo settings. So that's 2 games, rather than a best of 3 that some of the competitive viewers might be more used to. Whichever team has the highest cumulative score at the end of the 2 games will advance. In the event that it's 1-1, it'll be measured by points, and ties will be broken by damage. So we're going to move into the first game. We've got Hungrybox and Camille versus SDX and Nick. 2 of the strongest Smash players. HBox best in the world at Melee, SDX top 30 in the world for Smash 4. Really looking forward to what these guys are going to bring to the table. And as far as Camille and Nick go, who knows? Some of these influencers could be really good at Smash, and we just don't know. Yeah, I mean, Camille being an esport host, and we got Nick, actually, who he's the host of Kinda Funny. We got some competition, as you saw on the screen, the friendly banter between HBox. So I'm actually pretty excited to see this. All right, definitely looking forward to it. So these guys are already on the stage. They're going to be kicking it off as soon as they're ready. Hungrybox, I was speaking to him a little bit before the event. He said he's most likely going to play Kirby, and SDX, one of the best Mewtwo's in the world in Smash 4. So I could reasonably assume that that's going to be his pick for this. But don't know who Camille or Nick will be playing. Really looking forward to it. Yeah, it looks like Hungrybox actually has selected Kirby, guys. We're going to see that in a sec. But there are 30 characters roughly in this build. So we got a lot of choices, and all the characters bring something super special to the table. Nobody is really a repeat of each other, even dating back to Smash 64 when Mario and Luigi were very similar. They've since very much grown apart in the course of the Smash Bros. Series. So we'll see what happens, man. This is going to be one of the most wild rule sets that these guys have ever competed in, at least in terms of the pro players. And it's going to be more like the settings that you'd expect to see playing with your friends back at home. Yeah, remember, this is the demo build as well, so nothing's going to be changing from what we saw from the original Invitational at E3. We do have a team attack off this time, though, and items on. So you guys could already assume how destructive it's going to be between items and assist trophies that will be on the screen.
So I believe our players seem to be ready to fight already. And I like the fact that HBox is going Kirby, although Jigs is not in the build here. HBox was saying how he really likes the feel of Kirby in general, and that he feels a lot more comfortable playing this game already from the very start.
Yeah, it's pretty much the closest you can get to Jigglypuff without actually being able to pick her. And we're going to see Camille opt for Sheik. SDX is going with his patented Mewtwo, and Nick will be Pit. So we're going to see Hungrybox open up with the Suction. Kirby's Inhale, just trying to get a power, have some more advantages going into this match, but unfortunately it doesn't pan out. I like the strategy, though. He had Camille holding the needles behind him.
Camille and Nick already duffing it out on the side of the stage. See, HBox actually trying to go strictly for SDX. We got a battle here. HBox is kind of like, okay, you can pick up Pokemon, but it's okay. I'll make my makeshift Pokemon.
Yeah, he'll turn Kirby into a Pokemon with the Super Scope, which is pretty terrifying. Oh, and Camille in free fall actually just going to drop a stock right there. And the Nintendog's in the way. That's what our friends refer to when we walk past the screen.
Yeah, that's why Camille
and
actually jumped off the stage there, unfortunately, with the Nintendog blocking her view, but it's okay. She still manages to stay center stage.
All right, SDX trying to get back down. Empty land into back throw.
We got the Squid Sisters coming up onto the screen.
Yeah, the camera's going to focus in on them. So just like the Nintendogs, it's going to be a little bit harder to see what's going on here. Yeah. Meanwhile, SDX stuck on the platform. And oh no, it's actually Nick that gets taken out there.
Yeah, Nick getting caught in the music.
Okay, neutral air from Mewtwo, one of his strongest moves in all the Smash games that he appears in. Gonna teleport right back to the edge. Meanwhile, Camille and Nick still fighting out there, and you saw that combo into Bouncing Fish. I think Camille knows what's going on here.
Yeah, you see Camille actually just hugging the ledge, but Nick retaliating back with his very own Pit side B there. SDX and HBox, though, you can tell they have it out for each other.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the pros are gonna fight each other, and the influencers are gonna fight each other as well. So,
this is team, though, so they gotta be working together to try to get this W.
Got some team combos coming out from HBox and Camille. Dropped the final conversion, but still, they're looking a bit more coordinated here. Oh, and Hungrybox going to get sent off the right side of the stage as SDX turns into Mega Mewtwo Y.
Fortunately missing, though.
Okay,
I like the drift back there to try to get HBox from SDX there.
Oh, the 2-for-1 special with that down air. And that new dash attack from Kirby. Well, the new old dash attack.
Yeah, the new and the old, bringing it back. SDS catching HBox's landing, though, with the up smash. We got the Beehive coming out.
Yeah, you got to watch out. They'll just keep swarming you and interrupting your attacks.
We know what happens in Animal Crossing once the Beehives get all up on you. See SDX trying to get the gift.
We have 2 seconds left. All right, my guess is that blue team took that one, but I'm not sure. Oh,
yep,
okay.
There you go. Blue team did take it, and SDX was actually doing a really good job at holding it off on his own, regardless of him doing the 1v1 on the right side of the stage with HBox. Camille and Nick, though, Camille was actually doing a really good job as well, trying to get camped by the ledge, but when the Nintendog came out, it actually obscured her vision. It obscured everyone's vision, but unfortunately, she fell susceptible to it and falling to her death. And here you got the score. SDX taking 2 stocks, HBox and Camille both taking 1 stock respectively, and then you got Nick, unfortunately with the -1 score, but it's okay because SDX was there to clutch it out for him.
Yeah, so the total score is +1 to -2. So that's a solid win for the blue team. 3 points ahead, and going into the next game, if Hungrybox and Camille manage to win, they're going to have to do better than that in order to have a larger margin of victory in order to move on into the next game. So again, guys, this is not a best-of-3 set. It's just 2 games straight and cumulative points. Okay, so looks like Santa from Nintendo is coaching them through this, getting them ready for the next game. Just make sure all the settings and character choices and all that stuff is good to go.
Yeah, he's making sure that you could actually read the points as well, because just in case if the points are tied, then whoever has the most KOs actually wins instead.
Oh, they're also reading the damage values, by the way, for tie breaks in the event that the next game, HBox and Camille win by the exact same margin. So, also we've got Nick dressed as a Ghostbuster. Hopefully he doesn't go out of this event like a buster. SDX and him are doing quite well so far, winning that first game, but there's still a whole bracket ahead of us, so even if they make it to the next round, they're going to have to take on some tough opponents afterward.
HBox maybe thinking to himself that he should actually just stick with Camille as well as SDX sticking to Nick, because again, this is team, so hanging out with your partner rather than doing 1v1s on separate sides of the stages may not be the most ideal thing. And here we actually have a switch here from HBox from Kirby to Little Mac Max.
And SDX going Marth instead of Mewtwo. Very surprising considering the fact that he mains Mewtwo in Smash 4. He's one of the best Mewtwo's in the world, but maybe he's just not feeling it in the demo. Sometimes when you're playing a new iteration of the game, using your old character could feel a little bit out of place. So he's going to go with Marth instead. And wow, countering a Little Mac aerial. I can't imagine that's very powerful.
Oh, and you see, SDS actually air dodges off stage, and we actually know this now with Ultimate that when you air dodge off stage, you actually put yourself in a very bad position where you have so much lag that you actually just fall to your death.
Yeah, there's a lot of aerial ending lag. Not so much landing, but in the air, you're sinking for quite a while before you'll be able to recover. And that's just that familiarity with Smash 4 coming back to haunt him. It would have been fine to do that in that game.
And something that we're familiar with seeing, HBox hadn't eaten KO Punch, but getting knocked right out of it. So Galeo, though, coming out.
Just going to destroy everything, and you see Hungrybox is his trainer. Oh, and same for Bomberman. What an unlikely couple here. We've got two...
HBox trying to snipe for the Smash Ball, too.
Yeah, that would put them at a huge advantage. Little Mac, rather than transforming, of course, all the transform final smashes have been changed to just a single attack. So we're going to see if Gigamac connects here. No, a big whiff.
Yeah, he tried to catch the landing, too, with it.
And between Bomberman and this X-Bomb, oh, no, that's actually just one of Bomberman's bombs, and it's going to get a kill on Nick here. Oh, Camille down airs a Bob Bomb on the top platform, losing his stock in the process. And HBox, can you recover from this? Oh,
no, he cannot, because SDX was right there, ready with the counter.
Chopping him up with Dancing Blade, the fastest it's ever been in terms of the time between the hits. Gonna send HBox off stage again. This is where Little Mac is weakest.
See, Hungrybox trying to catch Nick, and you saw how Hungrybox was actually able to charge the smash attack a lot longer than what we're used to.
Yeah, trying to anticipate a roll to the center of the stage from Nick. But instead, SDX gonna fly off the left side here. We've got a bomb exploding. And Nick is out yet again. I think this is looking like a really strong game for the red team so far. Let's see if those edge guards on Hungrybox are going to end up costing him, though.
Yeah, you can see the difference in play from Hungrybox. Knowing that he has to opt to get these items as well to maintain stage control, he keeps SDX off, tries to protect Camille from Nick. See SDX retaliating back, trying to keep Hungrybox off stage.
Hungrybox using the directional air dodge as Little Mac to get another recovery option and a KO punch onto Nick. This is looking so good for red team right now.
Yeah, that was a wake-up KO punch too. SDX trying to manage to get that last stock. Is HBox going to be able to make it back before the timer runs out? No, he is not. He still survives.
Speaking of timers, the timer item is most likely what saved him there.
Yeah.
Because he was flying too slow to touch the blast zone. So we've got Camille and Hungrybox taking this next game. Let's see what the score is. Oh, I think HBox is +3, so that's going to give them +2. And -2 on the part of SDX and Nick. I believe this means that Hungrybox and Camille will be advancing.
Yeah, actually, this is the comeback coming from Hungrybox in general was crazy. You also have to look at the, if just in case the points are tied, whoever has the most KOs, and if the KOs are tied, again, the damage, and either or. I think with Little Mac pick, Hungrybox really did a way better job than Kirby, we know that Kirby doesn't really have as much damage output as Little Mac does, so it was a very smart pick on HBox's part, but as well as the fact that Kirby doesn't have the kill options that Little Mac does on the stage. You also saw that he was opting to go for more items than what we saw from the very last game as well.
Got to get your hands dirty sometimes, even if you're a pro player. Yeah. Use all the options available to you. So, yeah, we're going to toss it over to Alex and see what's going on with the score.
All right, guys, let's get another round of applause for Hungrybox and Camille Salazar Hadaway. They had the highest score. Next up on the stage, I'd like to welcome iStudying and Greg Miller on one side. And on the other end, Ally and Victor Lucas. May the best team win. Commentators, throwing it back to you.
All right, so iStudying and Greg, one of the best Dutch players out there. That's iStudying, also an extremely strong Greninja player in Smash 4. Greg, also from the Kind of Funny podcast, along with Nick, who just played. Unfortunately, he was eliminated. Let's see if his partner meets the same fate. And then Ally, historically the best player in all of Canada in Smash Bros. Until Mistake came along to challenge him for that title. He's going to be going with Victor Lucas from Electric Playground. Ally, most likely going to pick Mario, but there's also a character from his past here on the screen that I would not be shocked at all to see, and that, of course, is Solid Snake.
Yeah, a newcomer compared to, Smash 4 roster. Newcomer now in Ultimate, Snake making the comeback. But I wouldn't be surprised if he does go Mario too. I do know he was talking about how he really likes Mario, but still, man, when you see a character that used to play on the screen, it's hard to resist. And plus, Snake being a very good character in this game already displayed in the demo.
I think everyone's been looking forward to seeing Ally Snake return. Of course, he was the best in the world with the character in Brawl, so this is much anticipated for so many viewers right now. Meanwhile, iStudy, he doesn't have Greninja available to him, but he used to be very strong with Ice Climbers in Brawl, who have now returned as well. Looks like he's not opting for them, though, as we can see the spoilers on the production monitor back here. Looks like he's chosen Marth.
Similar to SDX, that's not surprising to me because I feel like Marth in this game in particularly feels very fluid in terms of anybody that's trying to learn the game. I feel like Marth would be a very good pick just to see and test out, your waters on how to catch your opponent's landing and stuff like that. But, we are doing teams as well. So double swordsman, we got Link on the screen coming from Greg. We got Victor playing Mario instead. So, Ally's going to know how to play around Victor's playstyle as well.
Exactly. This is Team Ally. I feel like we're back in Civil War here. Oh, and already a stock dropped by Greg. Maybe not so pro after all.
Yeah, I don't think he realized where he was on the stage at that point. Quite unfortunate, but you see, he's trying to feel his way on the platform.
Ally trying to do tech chase regrabs with Snake. Unfortunately, that does not work, my guy. You gotta wait about a second after you throw an opponent to grab them again, just like Smash 4. Old habits die hard, though.
Yeah. He gets the grab, throws iStudying off stage. It's actually very similar to what we saw last game. Ally just trying to look at what iStudying's trying to do. And Victor and Greg kind of duking it out on the right side of the stage. Greg finally managed to catch his own landing and managed to stay on the stage, but okay, Victor just completely knocked out of there.
Okay, Ally off the stage. This is where Snake is weakest. Victor just trying to keep the opponents at bay with his cape. And Ally laying those traps, C4 and a grenade right next to each other on the ground. Got to be so mindful of all the hazards he can bring, but the same could be said about Link now that he has the remote control bombs.
And iStudying closest to the Smash Ball. Who's going to manage to take it first? Remember, we can't ignore these items on the screen here. We got to use what the tools that are given to us in iStudying, catching the Smash Ball. What is he going to do with it? Oh, but at least he didn't do it off stage because then that would have been it. He would have ended up KOing himself.
Yeah, if you're in the air at all with Marth, he'll just keep going. And we have Abra from Ally causing some chaos, just picking you up and teleporting you to who knows where. Again, just so chaotic. We see the Kuko on the stage as well.
Yeah, we know what happens when you anger those Kukos as well.
Yeah. Huge mistake if you do. And Ally just going for a C4 edge guard, but iStudying unable to even reach the stage at all. Going to be another kill for the red team
that's
here.
That's not a real Smash Ball, though. That is a fake Smash Ball. Make sure you watch out for that, because if you get tricked and you actually hit it, you actually could get KO'd yourself.
Oh, I don't think iStudying knows, though. You saw him try to swing at it.
Yeah.
Oh, Ally, no! Okay, that's another kill for the blue team. And that bomb lurking ominously. Ally's going to pick it up. No fear of explosives here from this Snake player.
Like how Greg's just hanging back behind iStudying, trying to cover whoever tries to get him from behind.
Oh, throws the Pokeball at the opportune moment. Time to cash out with Meowth. Oh, and Crystal appearing as well. We got the whole Animal Kingdom on the blue team side right now.
And she does freeze her opponents too, so if you actually get caught into that, you gotta watch out because you get easily hit by a smash attack.
Oh, a last second kill and another one. Okay, both teams scored a KO right in the last few seconds. And it's gonna be iStudying and Greg Miller taking the first game here. Link and Marth. That reminds me of that event match back in Melee where you have to fight, I believe you fight Marth with Link. It's throwing me back, and it's going to be a -1 to +1 ratio here. Of course, Victor with a -3, Ally with +2, iStudying +1, and a nice flat even 0 for Greg.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was actually a little tricky at the very beginning there because it seemed like Greg didn't know where he was on the stage, but it was okay because he still managed to be very patient, hang behind iStudying, cover his landings just in case someone tried to punish him for it, and they still ended up at the top at the very end.
And we're getting the damage given value as well in the event of an exact tie. So just taking all the precautions here again because it's not a typical best-of-3 set until the grand finals of this exhibition here.
You could see, though, Ally having the most damage out of anybody right now on the screen.
By 1 point, I believe. I'm sorry. iStudying and Greg are 1 point apart in damage dealt.
That's that team synergy.
Nobody's carrying here.
We got even teamwork. See Santa up front, trying to let them know what they could do next.
I wonder if Greg is getting coaching from Nick on his walkie-talkie.
Like, yeah, man, he's carrying on the legacy at this point. He's got to redeem his bud.
Exactly. Show that they're not just kind of funny, but also kind of good at Smash Bros. We'll see, though, because anything could happen. If they lose this next game, then it's all going to come down to that KO versus fall score.
Yeah, as we saw last time already, last game, you can't count anybody out, especially whoever has the most points at the very end of the day.
All right, there's a lot of math at play here, by the way, guys, just to be safe. So Santa from Nintendo being kind enough to take the time out to get all the values here.
I studied just low-key asking Santa, so where's Greninja? Where's my main character?
They nerfed him so hard that he's out of the game in Smash Ultimate. All right, we're going to be moving on into the next game. I'm curious to see if there are any character changes. Yes, okay, Victor switching to Kirby, Ally switching to Mario, so only one game of the Snake. iStudying going to go Little Mac, and it looks like Greg is content to stay with Link here. We're going to be playing on Mario Galaxy, of all places. Fun fact, the stage actually has grassy terrain that makes you slide less, in addition to the walk-off edges.
That's actually quite interesting. Yeah, the walk-off ledge is something you're going to have to watch out for as well. And I actually really like the switch coming from iStudying, such as the one that we saw last game with H-Box, as Little Mac does deal a good amount of damage if that's exactly what you're trying to go for, as well as getting your KOs, as I just said, with a forward smash, sending Victor right out of the walk zone.
I think we might be seeing the players targeting the personalities with high KO power characters like Little Mac just to get those points on the board.
Yeah, but Victor hitting iStudying right out of the stage. He's trying to retaliate back. Victor's like, man, you really did me like that, so I got to retaliate.
Yeah, also with team attack off, Little Mac can safely charge his smash attacks either in front of or behind his partner, and that creates a really nasty wall or backup strategy. And we're seeing
Smash
Ally
out, though. Who's going to manage to take it? Victor, you can already see he's trying to manage to jump and perhaps do an up air, but iStudying coming from the Heaven platform, immediately getting it, and he actually gets his revenge on Victor.
Greg just trying to keep Ally at bay to make sure iStudying doesn't get punished. He gets away with it. Oh, and the random up B from iStudying, it's not going to cost him all that much, but still, can't be throwing those out.
So, Chaotic, there is an assist trophy on the field. I wonder who's going to grab it first. See, Ally getting the back throw on iStudying.
Yeah, not quite enough. Those walk-off edges are dangerous, but he was only at 50, and he wasn't that close to the edge. So we're going to see Victor and Greg still fighting. Kirby and Link, a classic matchup.
Ooh, Lin, though, coming out. Monikati in hand.
That's my girl right there. Oh, slice!
The trick, too, she was facing the opposite direction.
Yeah, those are some serious mind games. We're going to see Kirby use his own Dragoon there, but unfortunately, no hits landed. That item can kill you almost instantly, and it's going to be Scizor coming out for Ally. 3v2 right now. How is this fair? Okay, Scizor going to take the blue team all the way to the corner, and that's so dangerous with these walk-off edges. And you saw a battle of super armor between Little Mac and Kirby's hammer.
Yeah, but also a battle of Ally doing forward smash right there by the ledge.
Okay, there goes Victor and Ally simultaneously. This is looking pretty good for iStudying Greg right now. They're already up a game and a couple points. Oh,
but that last-minute forward smash, yeah, coming from the red team. Ally may have actually helped out his team right at the very end there.
I still get the feeling that the blue team won. No, okay.
Yep.
Turns out I'm incorrect, and it's going to be Victor and Ally taking game 2 by a margin of +2 to -2. Okay, so I believe that, you know what? I'm just going to leave the math to the stage because I already forget the score of the last game.
Because aside from the actual points that you see these players get, you also have to take into consideration the amount of damage that was put in as well.
Right. I'm pretty sure they tied in terms of positives, but for the negatives, we'll have to hear from Alex. Take it away.
All right, guys, close match once again, but let's give it up for Mr. R and Victor Lucas. They're going to move on in the bracket. Next up to the stage, on one end, we have Supergirl Kels and Naomi Kyle. Next up, we have Mr. R and Shane Lewis. All right, they're already up here. Okay, we're back. And we're going to kick this off. Commentators, your turn.
So Mr. R and Shane versus Supergirl Kels and Naomi. I actually think this is going to be pretty exciting. We've seen Supergirl Kels before play on stage many of times, and we saw for grand finals for the Invitational when they premiered Ultimate, Sonic on stream versus Mario. So I actually can't wait to see how Supergirl Kels gets a feel for Sonic personally as she plays her match versus Mr. R and Shane.
Also, Mr. R's character choice most likely going to be Sheik, but for Kels, we could see Sonic or Kirby. We already saw Hungry
Kirby,
Box
yeah,
go
I
for
think
Kirby.
she actually liked the feel of Kirby as well, since we have that old dash attack coming back from Kirby.
Right, and you do have at least 2 games if you don't manage to advance a further round, so we could see Kels try out some different characters. Same for all of these players, of course. Whoever you're most comfortable with, or if you want to experiment a little bit, try something new. We saw Hungry Box pick Little Mac, and it ended up working out. Definitely did not expect that. The man plays characters with 5-6 jumps rather than a character that can barely get back to the stage, but he made it happen. Also, studying switching to Little Mac and playing Marth as well in the absence of his main character from Smash 4. We're going to see some very interesting things throughout the course of this Invitational.
I was going to say, maybe it's going to be a habit that we're going to be seeing Little Mac on the stage, but, I also would not be surprised if we see Ridley make his debut here on the stage. And actually, the Mario Galaxy pick as well from the last stage, I liked it because of the walk-offs that granted opponents like Ally using forward smash by the ledge to end up getting those early KOs. And you saw Ice Studying in the last match as well, for doing a pretty good job at holding his own and getting his revenge on Kirby, and Kirby actually getting his revenge on him.
Yeah, that was the first stage we saw so far that isn't typically allowed in tournament play. We've gotten Smashville, Battlefield, but Mario Galaxy is something you're not going to catch at a normal tournament where these pros are used to playing. So it could be a good way to throw a wrench in their plans. Either way, Shane and Mr. R have chosen their characters. What you were saying about Ridley and Little Mac, I think it makes a lot of sense. The heavy-hitting characters do so well in this format, not only because it's doubles and they can just pick up points very easily, but again, team attack off. You can throw those big moves through your partner without having to worry about KOing them instead. So you guys will see in just a second as the game is about to load who these guys picked. It's going to be Little Mac from Shane and Snake from Mr. R. We've got Team Supergirl Kels, though. Both of her characters represented, as Naomi is going to beat Kirby, and she's going to go with her typical Sonic.
Yeah, I was going to say, similar to Ala and Victor, you know that Supergirl Kels is going to go around this in a way where she definitely has knowledge between both of these characters, that Naomi is also playing Kirby. And Mr. R opting to go Snake as well. We were talking about a Sheik, but his Snake, also another character that I believe he used to play back in the day.
And we're seeing the same dynamic of the pro players taking each other on one side and the personality is on the other side. But I think Supergirl Kels may have given Naomi some advice, like, hey, stick with me, and we'll gang up on this Mr. R guy.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Naomi getting blown up out of the stage. Supergirl Kels trying to wind up her confrontation.
Yep, maybe gonna opt to throw that away eventually. Yes, just snipes Mr. R in the head with it. Excellent shot.
As Mr. R actually holds down his own into the healing field, he'll take it. You can see his percent going down just like that.
Yeah, I think he's chilling there. Can throw some grenades as well. Snake, one of the best zoning characters in all Smash Brothers history.
Oh man, unfortunately, Supergirl Kels, though, getting lost in the music, but retaliating back with the down smash.
Okay, Naomi just taking the front. Supergirl Kels right behind Shane to pick up some more damage. Mr. R, meanwhile, just playing very passively, going to throw a lot of these grenades. And while that's very safe, you need to be putting points on the board for your team as well. Only 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Supergirl Kels with the final smash, though. Supersonic, such a wild move. It covers most of the entire screen. Going to pick up 1 kill with it. Not bad.
Yeah, we take those. Again, with the timer on the screen, you have to be very wary of how much time you have left to manage to get through those KOs and that damage dealt.
Naomi getting a lot of use out of that final cutter, sending a projectile along the way to back up Kels too, but she's going to get KO'd by Shane here, who is very content to throw out these smash attacks from Little Mac. Definitely a money-making strategy in this format, and he picks up a kill on Supergirl Kels as well.
Oh, Shane was actually doing a really good job at holding down the KO punch, but unfortunately getting hit right out of it as there's 30 seconds on the clock. It's looking pretty good for Red Team, I would say.
Oh, the black hole. Everyone's going to be in one spot. Supergirl Kels capitalizing.
Oh my goodness, and as I just said that, Supergirl Kels getting the double KO with the forward smash and proceeding to end it with a taunt.
Mr. R has Latios on his side, though. Let's see what this is able to do. Basically, the supersonic final smash all over again. But not going to be too consequential. See Shane stuck in the back. Is Kels going to get this last KO?
Oh my goodness,
the
she
buzzer
does
shot.
with only 3 seconds on the clock. Supergirl Kels getting the sudden death.
And Mr. R also landing a last-minute KO. We've got Team Sudden Death. I don't think I've ever seen this before. And it's just Kels and Mr. R now.
Oh my God, Kels!
The fire got him. Supergirl Kels gonna take that by just one singular point. It went down to Sudden Death, and that was the determining ending right there. Wow, okay.
That was crazy. The way that Kels just brought that back at the very end. I'm pretty sure, she has to bring back her player card. Oh my goodness.
So I don't think that the KOs and Sudden Death actually contribute to your score. So both teams are at 0, but Kels got the last KO in the Sudden Death. So we'll see how that factors into the scoring. But we've still got another game to play. However, this is still just going to count as a W for the blue team. Kirby and Sonic from Naomi and Supergirl Kels. Okay, just getting those damage values as well. Kels putting up 400. Good for her.
Yeah, especially at the very end there. When she got them in the black hole, she saw the perfect opportunity to manage to get this game for her team. And Naomi, I know, being very happy about that. She actually helped out Kels at the very end there with the black hole as well.
Yeah, if not for that black hole, they would not have seen the Sudden Death.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know how you would be able to compile both players together and manage to get the KO at the very end there. It's basically 10 seconds left on the clock.
Let's not forget also that Kels and Mr. R both got a last-minute KO at the very, very end. If one of those didn't happen, we would have not seen Sudden Death either. So such an intensely even game here from these two teams. Santa still helping them out, collecting these damage values. Just want to be sure in the event of any ties. Okay, and the players have reached the character select screen once again. Let's see what changes we're going to see, if any. Mr. R was doing well with Snake, but I feel like he focused too much on staying alive and throwing projectiles rather than going in for those big hits. See him hovering over Cloud. That would not be a bad choice if you need to put some points up.
Yeah, damage output as well. Mr. R was trying to play a little too safe, perhaps, but with the timer being so little, you do have to make do with your time the best way you can. That's actually why I felt like Little Mac was such a good idea. But you also have to take the stage into consideration as well as to what your characters can do with the walk-offs.
Ooh, you guys are going to enjoy this. If you've been watching some Smash 4, we could see, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Got a nice little switch coming up from one of these players.
And it seems that they are ready to go. And guys, we have exciting fight for you. Very close fight last game, so we're going to see how this game mixes it up a little bit. We got Mr. R going Sheik, and Shane changing to Fox from Little Mac.
Got the tried and true from Mr. R now. Of course, he had a pretty good Snake and Brawl, but for the last 4 years, he's been all about Sheik. And we're going to be here on Saffron City as well, one of the most visually stunning stages. Even in 64, man, even in Nintendo 64 graphics, this stage was a pleasure to play on. And Electrode going to come in and ruin Mr. R, the least lucky Smash player in existence.
We were just talking about the stage, too. The stage definitely making a statement of its own, and Naomi trying to go for the side B. Oh, getting the hammer, too.
Oh, Charmander coming out. So much damage dealt by that. I think Charmander's going to win the tiebreaker.
The stage is in stage, make it fourth with the game as well. Ooh, that unfortunate SD, though, coming from Naomi is going to take away from her score and give it to the red team.
Oh, the boss Galaga. Is it going to lift somebody up into the air? And we see Beware just chilling there, waiting to uppercut somebody. It's going to be Naomi first, but not enough for the KO.
Yeah, Beware teaching everybody what he's learned from Ryu with the uppercut. Oh, but that was a fake smash ball.
Yeah, this is the real deal, though, right here. So we're going to see Mr. R try to reach it. Yes, the forward air, despite being a weak move, just enough to break it. And here we go. Sheik's brand new final smash, by the way. No more light arrows. She's just going to completely unleash on you with her knife.
Oh, my goodness, but it hit Kels up against the stage wall. So she did not get KO'd.
Solid amount of damage, even still.
Yeah, good amount of damage. Anyway, we'll still take those. Again, you do have to manage to take your points, though, off of the opponent.
Mr. R well on his way to assembling a Dragoon, so if he manages to find that third piece, and a hammer to boot, he could put a lot of points up right now for the red team. 2 kills back-to-back, and Electrode, gotta beware of that.
Yeah, Kirby actually losing their stock, losing at only 28%. You saw Naomi was actually trying to maneuver her way around the hammer, but unfortunately getting caught at the very end.
Mr. R using the walls to just jump back and forth. Very cute movement there. Little showcase of what's to come once the full game is actually out and we get to do some crazy technical demo stuff. Oh, the dive kick from deep, though. And the Metroid getting in Mr. R's way. Gonna lock him down.
I like how Shin was actually trying to cover Mr. R's landing right there.
All right, as if we haven't had to do enough math today, we've got numbers flying everywhere.
And
the
everybody
explosions,
disappears. Blue team at the very end still looks strong, and you're unfortunately not going to be connecting as the red team actually had to come back from the Heaven platform both at the same time.
All right, and it's going to be Naomi and Kels advancing. This is their second game win in a row, so we'll be seeing them in the next round. Mr. R and Shane, we'll be seeing you another time.
That was so explosive, just like we saw from the very last game. But although I feel like this game in particular, we saw a lot more items being used to the player's advantage. You saw Mr. R using the hammer at the very end there to try to catch Naomi's landing. So it's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, literally explosive too, as we saw things kick off with an electrode. So, Alex, what do you have coming up for us next?
All right, guys, give it up one more time for Naomi Kyle and Supergirl Kels. And next up on the stage, our final set of teams. First up, Jisoo and Mistake. There you go. Welcome, guys. And their competitors, Marissa Roberto and Nunn. We'll see who's the best of the best. Commentators, break it down.
All right, so we have the best Melee player and the best Smash 4 player from Canada going up against each other. It's going to be Nunn and Mistake. Meanwhile, their partners, we have Marissa teaming up with Nunn and Jisoo teaming with Mistake. On the low, this is the team I have taken the whole thing. Jisoo, the most familiar with competitive Smash out of all of our personalities who were invited to this event. And Mistake, of course, just so strong. One of the best Bayonetta players in the world. We can most likely anticipate him making the same choice for this as well. And Nunn, mains Captain Falcon, but also Ganondorf in Melee. So I know he's very much looking forward to playing Ganon in Smash Ultimate. He's received some significant improvements from previous games, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do, bringing that Melee style to the table here.
I was going to say, who doesn't want to see Ganondorf pull out swords? One of the best additions,
Finally,
I would
right?
say, in Ultimate as well. But as you mentioned, yeah, Jisoo having a little bit of the advantage over her competitors, as she is very familiar with the game. I believe she has played Melee in the past, and teaming up with Canada's #1 player, Mistake. And it's definitely not a mistake as to why he's here as well. So,
all right, well, also, this is the last first round match here. So we're going to be moving into the semifinals afterward, which will be Hungrybox and Camille versus Ally and Victor, and then the winner of this versus Kelson and Naomi. So this is the final round of round one. Again, it's the 4th game. And okay, they're ready to go. We're going to see Jisoo picking Marth. Definitely a huge fan of that character. A Mistake loves Bayonetta, sticking to their guns here. Meanwhile, Marissa is going to be Fox, and Nunn going with Ryu. Very interesting choice. Or I'm sorry, yeah, Nunn is Ryu, and Marissa is Fox. Did not expect this, though. I was very much anticipating Ganondorf from Nunn.
Yeah, same. Marissa holding it down, stage control, trying to get the forward smash. And Mistake, actually, being able to talk to Mistake about this game and how he feels about Bayonetta. He actually really loves the character and how she feels. So he feels very confident going into this match, especially playing as Bayo. But unfortunately, heel sliding into the bomb. Maybe not trying to hit the bombs at the same time, but Bomberman himself coming to help out the red team.
Looks like the teams are sticking together as a unit. Oh, as I say that, of course, they're going to just break off individually. Nunn unable to recover there as Bomberman is setting the field up for Mistake and Jisoo here.
And both teams getting a KO at the very end there. And that is a grounded smash ball, although it is not a fake smash ball. Don't worry about that.
Just going to knock it off stage. Oh, and it comes right back.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It's like gravity exists for the smash ball for once.
The counterfeiting never stops here. Jisoo just going to go for all of the hits of Dancing Blade, keep the blue team at bay. Oh, and Shield Breaker, a move that you can angle up and down now, so it's especially dangerous to fight against Marth on Battlefield, as if it wasn't hard enough in Smash 4.
See, Marissa actually trying to get the smash attacks on the platform there, perhaps to elevate her opponents upward toward the blast zone.
Oh, and Nunn dropping a stock underneath the stage. I believe he used the Tatsumaki and got himself stuck there. We've got Chespin and Alolan Vulpix out here for Mistake. The field is just so dangerous for blue team. Jisoo and Mistake making sure to capitalize on every opportunity to pick up an item and set those hazards up. However, we're going to see Jisoo finally go out off the top.
Nunn hitting Mistake with the Tatsu all the way up the top platform.
Oh, 2-for-1 special with the Bayonetta ladder combo. Unfortunately, not as potent as it was in Smash 4, though. Mistake's going to have to find some more creative ways to end these stocks, and Scizor might be the creativity he's looking for.
Mistake does the damage, but somebody else manages to close out the stocks. It could be Jisoo there for him, or Scizor.
Mistake edgeguarding None here. Oh, goes for the Witch Time, but it doesn't matter. None actually unable to reach with the Shoryuken yet again. He's dropped so many stocks off the stage in that fashion. Need to keep track of every single stock you lose or every KO or fall that you receive, because the cumulative score of both games is going to matter.
It's also nice to note that in this game in particular, when you destroy assist trophies, that also counts as a stock.
It does. All right, so I'm thinking heavy margin of victory here for the red team, Bayonetta and Marth. From Mistake and Jisoo, that is them on the victory screen right now, and they're +3 to -3.
The victory screen looking so clean as well. Bayonetta performing her famous dance routines up on the victory screen, holding the 1, and you see here the KOs.
Of course, there's 2 things you might know Bayonetta for. One is her dancing, and the other is for her ability to take you off the top of the screen at any percent. Not so much in Smash Ultimate as in Smash 4, but it's still possible. So fret not, Bayonetta players, you guys will still be able to do some devastating combinations. And of course, we're just calculating how much damage was dealt.
Yeah, you saw how Mistake actually did like 450-something damage. So you saw that Mistake was really on both his opponents consistently.
And also throwing those Pokeballs out, those assist trophies, getting a lot of stuff going on to make the stage very busy and difficult to navigate for None and Marissa. But that said, +3 to -3, not an impossible comeback to make. They just have to get a lot of KOs in this next game coming up. None, a guy who likes to play hard-hitting characters. Again, Falcon and Ganon are his go-tos in Melee. Only one of those is available here, so we might see the Great King of Evil coming out.
Yeah, and I really don't expect to change much from the red team, even from Mistake. I feel like Mistake will definitely be sticking to Bayonetta, although I would love None to take out like Ganondorf, as we were mentioning earlier. We did see him opt to go Ryu, another hard-hitting character, I would say so myself. Although off stage, though, it seemed as if None was struggling a little bit to make it back, as Mistake was constantly making sure that he had trouble.
Ryu, not one of the best recoveries out there. It's very linear, very slow once he locks himself into Tatsu for that horizontal recovery. And also, fighting against Bayonetta, who's an absolute demon off the stage. You've got Witch Time to worry about. You've got that repeated Nair to worry about.
Witch Twist.
Yep. So many things going on simultaneously. That said, Ganon's recovery, not all that much better than Ryu's. So None will be facing some of the same weaknesses if he does make that switch.
See that Jisoo actually sticking as well as to Marth.
Yep. Let's see what Marissa's character choice is going to be as well. Fox was her go-to last time, and she's hovering over him. Oh, might be Pikachu. We'll see, guys. We'll see once they've locked in. But None has indeed chosen Ganon, so I'm really looking forward to this. As long as he's not trying to replicate his Melee gameplay too hard, again, you can get caught up in some old habits, and it can cost you. But just keep in mind that you're in a new engine, new game, some moves on Ganon are completely new. Of course, his smash attacks involving the sword. So we'll see. Marth and Bayo versus Pikachu and Ganon. This is so many unlikely pairings here. That's the beauty of Super Smash Bros.
And that's the reason why we play this game. We got all these crazy combinations. Bayo versus Ganon. Who could say that? But you see None hanging out on the top platform there as Mistake was carrying him up to the top. You were mentioning this, as she's known for getting those ceiling kills.
Yep, a little bit harder in this game, but still doable. Mistake drops the Witch Twist after the 2 afterburner kicks. We know that all too well from Smash 4.
See None just trying to make it back to the stage, but Mistake's just not letting him. He actually tries to retaliate back with an up air himself. And we also have to talk about the newfound speed that Ganon potentially has in this game as well. Smash Ball's out. Who's going to catch it, though?
Yeah, those aerials from Ganondorf has so much less landing lag than they ever have, aside from an L-canceled version of them in Melee. But wow, 2 opponents hit by the final smash. Oh, okay, Jisoo actually does get KO'd. I was going to say, that would be such a shame for nobody to die from that. All that effort from None.
Yeah, and that was actually Jisoo's second stock as well.
Oh, here's a Witch Time, going to burn out that invincibility. None going for that up B from Ganon. It is a command grab. Very strange to see it used in the neutral situation like that. But either way, we have Xerneas now for the red team. They're the Pokemon Masters, and they don't even have Pikachu on their team.
No, they do not.
Gonna max in Tomato. Yeah, Jisoo, even though she didn't need to heal that much, just gonna take that option off the table for her opponents.
Pokeball is still hanging out behind Mistake. Mistake actually manages to catch it again. Remember the assist trophies, if you do defeat them, they could count the... Oh, he caught it!
He caught Electrode.
He caught it at the worst moment, too. Probably trying to take care of it, but unfortunately catching it right when it blew up on him.
And Marissa just not quite sure how to get back to the stage with Pikachu here. Not the most intuitive recovery of all the characters either. Nunn trying to use the backward hit of his up air and ends up with the back hit of up smash instead. Such an ugly angle that he sent Jisoo at, and she didn't sweet spot the ledge with Marth's up B. It's going to be a KO for the blue team.
Yeah, a little tricky recovery if you don't recover low enough.
Nunn picking these heavy hitters seems to be the best strategy here in this format. Let's see if it pays off, though. He has a lot of KOs to score if they want to contend with the ratio that Mistake and Jisoo had going out of last game. Latios, though, not going to make it any easier for them.
Oh, and Marissa falling to her death. Quite unfortunate there, but Jisoo managing to catch the smash ball. How is she going to be able to redeem herself here with the final smash hitting Marissa? That could have actually been it. You see the taunt at the very end there. I like the sportsmanship.
Jisoo showing Pikachu that Pokemon are not the only creatures to score critical hits out in the Nintendo universe. And it's going to be Mistake and Jisoo with another fairly dominant game. Wow, +5 to -5 at the end of the game here. Nunn able to score 3 KOs, but lost his stock 3 times in the process. So we're going to see the red team advancing into the next round. So, Alex, let's hear from you, and then we'll cut into some semifinals.
Once again, guys, give it up for our winners. Excellent performance from both of them. Mistake and Jisoo win this one, and they'll move on in the bracket. We are now on semifinals. 4 teams remaining in the tournament right now. We're going to bring up the first team on a stage, Hungrybox and Camille Hadaway. And once again, coming on the stage is their competitors, Ally and Victor Lucas. May the best team win. Commentators, you know what to do.
Finally, we've broken it down, guys. We got about 4 teams left right now, and currently on stream, you guys got HBox and Camille versus Ally and Victor. Now, we know that Ally has a little bit of the one-up here perk versus HBox, as he is familiarized with Snake and Mario, as you mentioned earlier, in this game particularly, but HBox having a pretty strong standing with Little Mac. Something very unexpected, I would say, as he did mention he really liked Kirby, especially since Kirby is a little bit more comfortable with his playstyle as he is used to and is the best Jigs in Melee, so.
Yeah, we've got 2 world champions on the stage here. HBox, former EVO champion. Ally, former Apex champion for Brawl. These guys have been all around the world for Smash. They've seen the biggest stages, and now they get to duke it out with an unexpected partner on their side. Randomly sorted partner. So Hungrybox and Camille, they did pretty well in their first round. Same goes for Ally and Victor. And now this is the true test. This is for a trip into grand finals. So I think Hungrybox is indeed going to go with his Little Mac again, and Camille sticking with her Sheik. Ally, I think this is the biggest question mark in terms of his character choice. Is it going to be Snake or Mario? We saw him use both of them last time. It was the Mario that ended up giving him the margin of victory necessary to move on. Okay, and Victor hovering over Kirby. I believe he did pick Kirby in the game that Ally used Mario. So we're not going to see double Mario.
Not this time, no.
Nope.
And I like the choice as well as although double Mario could have been quite interesting as well, but we got a little bit more character diversity on the screen. You got Little Mac, Sheik, Mario, and Kirby.
All right, here we go. It's going to be Town and City, a stage that is no stranger, at least to Ally, and Hungrybox too. He's had his time competing in Smash 4.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely no slouch in that game either. Oh, going for the maximum charge on that Smash. Lasts so long in this game, and of course, Little Mac, when he releases, gets a brief period of super armor. You could see that used to score so many clutch KOs, as long as his partner is playing it right in front of him.
I was just going to say, you have to respect it immensely in this game, especially since he can hold it for so long. $100. That Bullet Bill, no one's going to get hit by it, but he ends up hitting himself on the bumper as he jumped right into it.
I was going to say,
unfortunate SD.
Little Mac with a Bullet Bill is so scary because if you go too far off stage,
you won't make it back.
Such a poor recovery that he can't get back. Yeah, but he was fine until it launched him right into that bumper. Conveniently placed.
Got the banana gun that he actually turns into a peel to trip his opponents after you shoot out the banana itself. I like he tried to catch Victor's landing there with the up smash.
Yeah, but he's
Ally.
in the rock. So
Yeah.
Unless you're doing roughly 30 damage or more, you're not going to crack through that. Oh, the KO punch, though. Mini final smash built into Little Mac's moveset. And now we're going to see him go for the real thing. Instead, Ally's going to pick it up first, throw all those fireballs, but oh, I was going to say almost to minimal effect, but no, Camille getting dragged all the way off the left side of the stage here.
See Camille using forward tilt.
Yep,
Double
that
forward
auto
tilt.
combo.
Camille really understanding how Sheik actually auto combos forward tilt into forward tilt. Tries to get the drag down on the up air. See Victor in between Hungry Box and Camille. Ally is going to have to come back to save his friend.
Oh, an
Oh,
ST
no.
from Camille, though, the air dodge off the stage.
Yeah.
Gotta remember, Smash Ultimate, so much ending lag on that in the air. You're better off either directionally air dodging up to the ledge or just going for your recovery specials immediately. Okay, Victor down airing both of the red team at the same time, but now we've got Ally locked and loaded with the Dragoon. Okay, gets the kill on Hungry Box. That's very valuable for their team right now.
Ally having the Pokeball in hand. Hungry Box making sure that's not going to be a problem, but unfortunately just a Goldeen coming out.
Victor swinging this hammer. He really wants to get KOs. There's nothing else on this man's mind.
He knows the eyes on the prize, man. I want that VIP package too.
Yeah, oh, and
The launch
Ally,
star, yep. Oh, you
Yes.
saw he tried to throw Hungry Box right into it.
that would have been crazy. Oh, dangerously
still
close
doesn't
to
make
it.
it back.
Yeah,
Yep.
unable to grab the ledge. Magnet hand significantly reduced here in Smash Ultimate compared to Smash 4. All right, I actually have no idea who won. Yeah, okay, it's going to be the blue team, Ally and Victor. Let's see what kind of margin they're working with, though. Oh, wow. Wow. +5 to -6. That was very convincing.
Yeah, that was very close, actually.
It looked a lot closer than I thought. But no, that was actually a huge win for Ally and Victor between the Dragoon, between that forward smash that Ally
Pokeball
got
balls,
toward the end of the game.
as well as like H-Box struggling to make it back onto the stage. You saw actually now that we have the directional air dodges, that could really help elevate Little Mac's recovery game. But unfortunately, that launch star being right there applied a lot of pressure as Ally threw H-Box out of it. And at the very end there, H-Box losing that stock.
Yeah, you know, I think it was aimed toward the stage, but it may change its angle once you get inside
Yeah.
of it. So either way, that intimidation from the blue team getting another point for themselves. And we're on the stage select here. Are we going to go to Peach's Castle? Yes, let's go. One of the freshest looking stages in all of Smash. Once they introduced this in Melee, I was super pumped as a big fan of Mario 64. So we'll see how the battle unfolds here. We're going to have bullet bills. We're going to have switches, spawning and despawning platforms. A lot of stuff goes on here. And of course, it's split in halves.
With the
to
tower
left
in
and
the
right
middle.
side with, yeah, the tower with Peach's picture in the middle. We've seen the trend of the pro players mainly choosing to fight each other. I think this stage strongly encourages that kind of gameplay, but we'll see how their partners are able to come in and help them.
Tower in the middle could also make it interesting in terms of like items being a problem and maneuvering your way around these items as well. And we actually have really on the stream, and this is actually something I was really excited to see. H-Box always going for the heavy hitters, very smart, as he wants to get that damage done and manage to get those KOs. You know, Victor also playing Kirby, pretty light character himself.
Okay, it looks like everyone's just going to be sticking on the left side of the stage. No need for separation here. And that green shell getting in the way too. Camille actually looking pretty handy with Sheik. Picking a lot of the good moves. Up air, forward tilts repeatedly, and even some bouncing fish to mix it in. Ally just chucking this green shell though. Of course, as a Mario player, he should be very familiar with this. That is canon.
Yep. See, oh, but the Victor using the down B rock on his opponents, actually hitting both Ally and Camille.
But the Ore Club's coming out. So much wind. Gonna be all over the place right now. Okay, and we see a Master Ball. Who's getting that legendary?
Ooh,
It's gonna
Ally
be
getting
with
it immediately.
Kyogre.
Kyogre coming out.
All right, Victor, gone off the top
Camille
of the
make
screen.
it back though. Unfortunately, not. Gets completely washed off into the blast zone.
That's Super Flood right there. How fitting that Ally is the one to spawn Kyogre, and Hungry Box is gonna meet the same fate. That was so devastating. Blue team had a massive advantage right now, especially coming off that huge win in the first game. Bullet Bill, though, possibly here to shake things up. An extra slow-mo. Oh, she's gonna expand right into him from the Super Mushroom.
Yeah, Sheik trying to contest really for being the biggest character, but the blow up, no one's gonna die from that. The smash ball is there, and Victor manages to catch it. What he's gonna do with it though?
Yeah, hold up. I think Giant Sheik is just about the same size as Ridley.
Yeah.
Maybe they weren't wrong. All right, anyway, guys, Super pumped to have Ridley as part of the roster, by the way. Now we've got everybody on the right side of things. Ally taking HBox out with a well-placed back air.
And I would say Victor just taunting his opponents, holding onto the smash ball. We're not going to see Kirby's super smash move here. Final smash. You got the side B instead coming out. HBox is just trying to hit it out of Victor.
He also attempted to do up throw to up air with Ridley. Looked like it may be close to a true combo. That up tilt does seem to combo into it.
I like the patient wait there, but unfortunately no one was around Victor when he activated his final smash as Kirby.
Yep, just gotta be mindful when you press that B button the next time after receiving it. Okay, here comes Solgaleo though. This is just too much action for the red team right now. They have not been able to keep up throughout the course of the set. Oh, Midna chucking HBox all the way across the other side of the stage.
And we're talking about this great pick for HBox, but unfortunately I'm not really seeing HBox able to even land on the ground with so much destruction on the stage.
Right, that's the double-edged sword of picking a heavy hitter in this kind of format, right? You may be able to get some really early KOs with your strong moves, but you're also most likely going to be a very large character, and you could get tossed around by not only two opponents, but their assist trophies and Pokemon and items that come with it. So we've got a very convincing win yet again for Ally and Victor. Not quite as bad as the first one, but they're going to be moving on into the grand finale. Alex, let's see what's coming up next, man.
For Victor Lucas and Ally, they're going to take that. All right, guys, we're almost done. 2 sets remaining to find out the winners here. First up, Naomi Kyle and Supergirl Kells. Welcome to the stage. Naomi Kyle and Supergirl Kells coming up to the stage. There you go. And their competitors, Mistake and Jizu. All right, may the best man win. Commentators, your turn.
So I've actually been really excited to see this set in particularly because Supergirl Cuss and Naomi did such a crazy comeback when we saw them playing on stage right before we saw them playing right now against Mistake and Jisoo. And Mistake and Jisoo also being 2 players that I feel like won pretty significantly in their set.
I feel like Kels and Naomi started off on the right foot because they immediately had what looked like some kind of team strategy planned out rather than the separated fights. It seemed like Kel said, hey, Naomi, just follow me and back me up, right? And that worked out very well for them in the beginning of their first match. Meanwhile, we'll see if that's enough to go up against the actual Super Smash Bros. Competitive expertise that Jisoo brings to the table. Of course, Kels and Mistake, both 2 of the strongest Smash 4 players in Canada. So this is going to be a super interesting fight. Again, my money would still be on Mistake and Jisoo, but I would love to see that get shaken up and just have my expectations thrown out the window. I think we can expect to see Bayo Marth versus Kirby Sonic yet again, though.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have much of a character switch, but the one thing I'm going to be looking forward to is what stage exactly they're going to play on, because if these are going to be walk-offs again, as we saw with the Super Mario Galaxy stage with Supergirl Cuss and Naomi, I think that could be a really big toss-up as to who could be the winner out of this.
Okay, we'll see where these guys will be fighting. It is indeed Kirby Sonic versus Marth Bayo. This time, Naomi and Kel is going to be the red team, and Mistake and Jisoo on blue. Okay, so we are going to see Mario Galaxy. These walk-off edges, meaning that there's no drop-off and bottom blast zone underneath them, will certainly ensure we see some very early KOs from moves that otherwise wouldn't do the job. So a character like Sonic can kind of just hang out there, go for her, his back throw, and we see the burrowing Snagret coming through, eating these guys up like they're Pikmin, using Drill Peck or Fury Attack or something.
Supergirl Kel's getting the grab on Mistake, and Mistake using Bats Within to his advantage to manage to rack up that damage. So another thing we saw from Mistake is getting the damage done that he did last time, and Palkia.
Oh.
Where are we right now? That is what Palkia is doing, and this is such a bad thing to take out in a stage like this, because you could find yourself walking off just accidentally.
When I'm playing the game and this happens to me, my brain just shuts off. So watching it is a little bit refreshing because it's a bit easier to follow, and I get to watch the other players
try to figure their way out,
hit
the joystick in the opposite direction.
Okay, that's going to be Mistake off the top of the screen. Supergirl Kel's trying to combo Jisoo. Oh, we got a little footstool action from Naomi. Maybe not the follow-up she was looking for, but something nonetheless.
Ooh, but as Naomi was actually trying to get into that healing field, unfortunately gets completely hit out of the black zone. I like Naomi actually stalls on purpose to wait for Supergirl Kels to make it back onto the stage as well. See Mistake trying to carry Naomi to the black zone by the walk-off.
Yeah, we saw Mistake take Super Mario Kells out at only 85% after the hit with Bayo's forward throw. Not the strongest throw in the game by any means, still somewhat powerful, but that's the power of these walk-off edges. We're going to see, I'd say most likely, Kells and Mistake hang out by there and try to score some of these cheesy kills, so to speak.
And we saw another footstool coming from Naomi, trying to get probably an excursion from the combo game that we see from Supergirl Kells as well.
But Girahim
Oh
right
my god,
in there.
did you see all these bombs?
And the bombs, yeah.
That was
so
really
much going
scary.
on.
His Mistake was actually about to land on them.
We had Girahim, 4 bombs on a platform, and a smash ball simultaneously. Oh, Kel's trying to break the smash ball, but it's off camera. Okay, there we go. Instead, Mistake gonna steal it. Is he gonna combo? Oh no, I thought he was gonna do the typical Bayonetta air combo into his final smash, but instead he has to do it like this. Pick it up manually while the clock is ticking.
What a flashy final smash. Absolutely love it. You just can literally get completely annihilated off the stage. You have no choice.
Oh, and that shell on the ground
At the
almost
very
took
end.
another kill on Jisoo there. And either way, Kells and Naomi gonna advance, or at least take the first game here by a margin of +1 to -1. So still very, very close, and anyone's game still.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see in that game too. And that's what I was talking about. I felt like both of these teams are gonna be going toe-to-toe with each other, I would say, just because of how they've displayed their performance in the last sets that we saw them play their opponents. You can see Supergirl Kells holding it down with nearly 494 damage given to her opponents as well. Those items really coming in clutch. Even though Mistake had gotten the smash ball at the very end, it really did not matter.
I want to see somebody hit the 500 club. In one of
Yeah,
these
the
matches.
500. We have yet to see a 500 on the damage given on the player cards that you guys see at the very end.
Pretty sure, at least. We'll have to ask our statistics expert Santa, after the exhibition to see if anyone did reach that threshold.
But I like the teamwork that we were seeing from Supergirl Kells and Naomi in particular. You can see Naomi getting the footstools on her opponents as Supergirl Kells catches them on the ground. Naomi doing a really good job using Kirby's multiple jumps, and that's actually how you can see the footstools come out as you jump on top of your opponent's head, and they fall into a tumble state, which they can actually tech it if they get onto the ground. But Supergirl Kells catching them at the perfect moment so that way they could extend on whatever combo and damage that they could potentially get out of that.
Yes, of course, that ability to tech footstools, a new addition to Smash Ultimate and Brawl and Smash 4. If that happened to you, you were just there on the ground and at the mercy of your opponent. But now you have a say in the matter. So we'll see where we're going to be going for this next game in terms of stages, in terms of characters. It looks like everyone is sticking with their original picks here. So no surprises here on that front. And where are we fighting? It's going to be Green Greens, a stage I haven't seen in quite some time. We've got the explosive blocks as well as the normal ones. 2 gaps in the middle of the stage. Wind,
Bombs.
apples, and of course 2 normal vertical blast zones to the left and right side all the way.
See Mistake completely ignoring any physics, so catching Naomi up in the air.
All right, so far just a bit of a scramble. No team making a clear breakaway. We're seeing Naomi take the front, though, with Kells there to just back her up. Gonna attach the gooey bomb to Jisoo, but of course that transfers on contact. Now it's on Naomi, and that's gonna be her life.
The amount of knockback that bomb had was insane, but the assist trophy coming out from Mistake. We got Lynn once again on the stream.
MVP of this exhibition. Definitely Lynn.
And you got that Mani Kadi there to help you out. Vero
20
coming out as
critical.
well.
Oh,
The
and-
heart container, yep.
Yeah, Kel's picking that up as it was falling from the sky. Either an incredible reaction or just a twist of fate that worked out for her. But Naomi, again, off the top of the screen here. This blue team is heating up for sure. And a Warp Star, man, on Kirby's stage, no less.
And Kel's on fire with these item plays as well. You see she's completely staying grounded, keeping her eyes peeled for the next thing she could use to her advantage. We got the apples coming out, just as you mentioned, to help out people.
Yeah, some to heal and some to hurt.
Yep.
Also, we see Mistake repeatedly attempting these roof combos. Let's see if he can pull this one off. Yep, that's going to be yet another one. Learning from MK Leo at the E3 Invitational in his set with Plup.
Yeah, I was
I believe
gonna
it was
say-
here as well.
Although the apples keep the doctor away, you can't really hold onto your stocks like that.
Doc, you got anything for Bayonetta?
See Mistake trying to catch Supergirl Kells in the air, but Supergirl Kells air dodging, directional air dodge actually tore back towards the stage, and Mistake!
Breaks through the
With the
blocks
gap, too.
with his down air. Not going to land on the ground normally. Oh, Jisoo, though, with a huge whiff on that final smash. It could have been a much-needed KO for them. Oh, and Naomi with the tech. Guys, if you're struggling with Bayonetta and Smash, just pick Kirby, use the rock out of the combo. It's a free break. No.
Yeah, I was definitely going to say Naomi was doing such a really... Oh my gosh, completely... Oh,
she ran out of jumps.
I was going to say, I don't think she recognized that she was going to go through all the blocks all at once there.
It's okay. Even one of our pros lost a stock in that way.
Yeah, Super Gokos actually held on to her life for quite a long time there.
Mistake. Missing the Dragoon, though. Oh. I think Blue Team is doing just fine in this game due to the amount of roofs that Mistake has managed to land. Oh, and another one? No, not quite in time.
Yeah, very close, but the moment that you saw the screen say time, Mistake was unable to get it, but it doesn't even matter because Mistake and Jisoo take the game number 2.
Okay, and what's the score? Oh, it's 0 to -1. So I believe that means that Naomi and Kel still win.
Yes.
Because they were up by 2 points in the last game. But I'm not going to depend on myself to do this kind of arithmetic right now. Alex, why don't you break it down for us with the help of Santa and Joe and everybody up on the stage?
I think we're still tallying the final points here, guys. How close is it? All right, it might be tied so far, guys. They got to calculate damage. It's looking real close. Of course, the winner of this goes on to the grand finals, guys. The final matches, and the winner of the grand prize, too, the VIP package, the EGLX VIP package, and of course, the bragging rights in a game that isn't even released to the public yet, so that feels pretty good. We're gonna see who gets those bragging rights.
All right, guys, so we're still just determining the final score. I'm pretty sure that Naomi and Kels ended up winning because this game, Jisoo and Mistake only won by a margin of 1 stock, whereas Naomi and Kels won +1 to -1, so a margin of 2 stocks in game 1.
And again, if it does happen to be tied for whatever reason, the most damage total will be going to the team that proceeds through to grand finals.
Oh, okay, we've got a decision.
Can I see the actual point breakdown? Do you have it in front of you?
It was a 20-point difference.
20-point difference? What's the actual point? So, guys, they were tied in kills. They were tied in most kills, and they had to value the damage. They had to calculate the damage between both teams. It was between, what, like a 20? 20-point difference. 898 to 870, and the winners are Mistake and Jisoo. Give it up for the two. And that's just semifinals. These guys are going to stay right here to face off our grand finalists, Victor Lucas and Ally. Bring them back to the stage. All right, guys, let's build up that intensity. The final match, the commentators, you know what to do. Break it down.
All right, guys, here we are at the end of the road. By such a slim margin, we had to go down to damage and calculate it like that. 20 points of damage within each other.
I was going to say, what a way to kick off grand finals with such a close set at that. And that's the excitement about Super Smash Bros. In general, is because you really just don't know how explosive a game is until the very end results when you guys see the damage being dealt in general. Here you guys have Santa helping everybody get set up, and Jisoo and Mistake making it through. I love how Mistake is just shaking his head like, you know, we take those. We take those.
Taking a page out of Ally's book, the notorious head shaker. Even when he's winning games, for some reason he's just never satisfied with it. But got to be satisfied with the W here in the grand finals. The first true best of 3 set in this entire exhibition. And of course, how fitting is it that here at EGLX, Canada's premier gaming expo, we've got the 2 best Smash 4 players in Canada squaring off in the grand finale. That's going to be Mistake, his Bayonetta, and Jisoo's Marth. Most likely going up against Ally's Mario and Victor's Kirby. So we've got just one final set for you guys here, and then one of these teams is going to be walking away crowned champions.
Yeah, the bragging rights to a game that hasn't even come out yet, honestly, makes me pretty satisfied. And I'll happily walk away just saying that I definitely won a Smash Ultimate tournament in my own rules.
Yeah, so few people that get to say that, right? We've got Zero, we've got Quick, we've got anyone who's won some of those European exhibitions that have gone down. So the list of Smash Ultimate Tournament champions is very slim, and we've got 2 names looking to add themselves there at the end of this set here. It's going to be Battlefield, nice and simple, something that the competitive players are very familiar with, and something that's not all that intrusive for anybody to play on. So we see Victor just kicking Jisoo repeatedly with those forward tilts, but she's going to respond with Dancing Blade. Meanwhile, Ally to the rescue, getting Mistake off of his partner's back, making sure that no down tilt into roof combo occurs, but looks like we're going to see it anyway.
Yeah, Victor using the rock to try to get back onto the stage, but Jisoo covering Victor's landing with the hammer.
Oh, but Mother Brain here, this is gonna be insane when it finally blows up. Oh, no, okay, never mind.
Yeah, but the launch star coming out from Jisoo. Who is she gonna throw in there?
Yeah, just be careful. You don't want to meet the same fate as Mr. R did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, throws herself in there, though. Gonna turn herself into a projectile. Ally flying across the other, or to the other side now. A Mistake just trying to get these combos in on Victor.
The Ally was actually trying to help out Victor right there, but instead getting caught in Mistake's witch twist instead.
Typically one of the best ways to save your partner from Bayonetta's combos is just an up B of your own. Get all the way up there, interrupt her at all costs. Okay, meanwhile we've got Jisoo and Victor duking it out in the center of the stage. Ally making an attempt to edgeguard Mistake, but Bayo, such a reliable recovery on this character. Oh, and Kirby's forward smash. Talk about reliable moves. Ever since 64, that's been killing people way before their time.
See Victor actually trying to cover the jump space above Ally, just in case Mistake actually try to come in through the air as we've been seeing. Ooh, but the witch time, I believe this may be actually the first witch time that we see Mistake throw out.
Yep, no knockout though afterward. Still just getting these damage values, or getting the damage in on Ally here. Oh, we see the reverse jump cancel up smash from Ally too. The classic.
Kirby repping it up with the Marth wig as well.
It's almost Halloween.
It's very true. Kirby's already ahead of the game. Dragoon coming out. Mistake on board though. Who's
he wants Ally.
Yep.
Yes, punishing the ledge roll. I love that from Mistake. Just so patient, even with one of the craziest items in the game.
And the double taunt at that. Ally just completely smacking Mistake out of there with a back air. Now Ally holding on to the smash ball.
I think Mistake just got KO'd for taunting before.
Yeah.
Oh no, is that going to carry him all the way out? Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness. And where are we going to see the double taunts from Ally though?
2 stocks lost from Mistake back to back like that. We'll see how that affects the final score here. I actually think it's too close to call. And it's going to be Mistake and Jisoo, even still, with the disrespectful taunts in the middle of it all, with the final smash KOing at nearly 0%. And they're going to win by a margin of +3. So +2 to -1 in total. Either way, the ratios don't even matter anymore.
Yeah,
it's just a
grand
straight up
finals
best
too.
of 3 here in this grand finals.
Yeah, see, grand finals is best of 3, so whoever wins 2 out of 3 games ends up taking that victory under their belt.
We also saw that one of Mistake's KOs was on an assist trophy.
Yep.
Love
That's
how
exactly
the game.
what we were talking about earlier, that assist trophies, you have to watch out. Although they may help you out on the field, they may also hurt your score in a lot more ways than one.
Right, and they can double jump, but they don't have up B or side B recoveries to get themselves back. So very much a double-edged sword if you're not careful. All right, now going into what could be the last match here, unless we see Ally and Victor rally up, figure something extra nice out to take down these guys. Mistake and Jisoo, again, I said it from their first match. I'm quite confident in their odds here. Jisoo having the bonus of being a competitive Smash player herself, in addition to a fabulous artist. Of course, that's why she's one of our personalities here. But Victor Lucas, I mean, this guy's been in the game for like 20 years in the gaming industry doing news coverage and stuff. So, I mean, he's definitely been around the block. You could see that he knows his way around Super Smash Bros. Quite well. But could you take on this insane combination of Mistake and Jisoo? It's going to be greens again. Oh, tough break to fight Bayonetta here again. We saw what Mistake was able to do, and Victor just going to plunge through the left gap with the rock.
We were talking about that earlier, how Kirby could just use the rock and completely throw themselves into the bricks, into the blast zone. So you have to watch out, especially if you ran out of your jumps. You want to keep your jumps at the handy, just in case you have to avoid Mistake as well, as we've seen Mistake in the past go all the way down towards the blast zone to make sure that he could confirm that KO.
Okay, we've got Victor transforming into Bayonetta. Now he's going to be able to use the Bullet Climax neutral B. Oh, but unfortunately going to throw his stock away before he gets a chance to do it.
It'd be quite unfortunate here. You see Ally staying onto the stage, though, just in case to help out Victor.
Ally ricocheting his opponent off the wall of bricks there, but no follow-up. Just went for the party ball instead.
I like that follow-up. Did you see that
great.
up air coming from Ally right next to the blast zone to secure his very own KO?
It looked like he was slightly off camera. I thought it was down air, but either way, a KO nonetheless, and putting up some points for the red team. They definitely need it right now. Yes, gonna get another one on Mistake. Let's see this go to a game 3. I just want some more Smash Ultimate.
Yep, and these apples as well, helping him out.
Oh, the combos, the infinite with the apples.
The combo from apple into apple.
It'll keep the doctor away, but not regular Mario.
No, absolutely not. And you see the Smash Ball kind of weaving in and out. Who's gonna manage to take it, though? I believe you see Victor trying to find it.
Oh, the stone coming down from the heavens, not able to actually pick up a KO from that, but wow, Victor still getting KO'd off the top here. Got less than a minute remaining here. Smash Ball is in play. Oh, and Mistake is out of play.
Yeah, Victor getting the Warp Star.
Oh, but he's got the final smash just in time for Jisoo to self-destruct.
Mistake hasn't used final smash yet, though.
Yeah, he's got a combo into it.
Yeah, he may be saving it.
The way that Bayonetta's final smash works, it's a bit different from the rest of the cast, where you have to link her special moves into the activation and then activate the actual final smash hit from the combos.
I like getting the forward smash, though.
Yeah, you can see Mistake waiting to use that final smash cost him dearly, though, as the smash ball has been floating around aimlessly for about 10 seconds, maybe more.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, Jisoo losing her stock to that forward smash, unfortunately unable to make it back.
All right, this is what decides it all. No buzzer shots here. Sudden death, okay.
What a
It's
wait.
all down to this. Ally gonna go for the rogue up B, takes out Mistake,
Oh
and
my goodness,
Jisoo
red
along with
team.
him.
You know what, Max, you asked for more ultimate, and you are getting more ultimate.
This is actually the most Smash Ultimate that we could have possibly gotten, because we got a sudden death into the game 3 combo. Now we just need another sudden death to decide it all, and I'll have gotten everything I wanted out of this exhibition.
I want to say Ally at the very end there was definitely holding it down on his own in terms of not only just staying central stage, but also making sure he sends everybody off stage, makes them struggle. I remember at the very end, though, that Ally had gotten the forward smash on everybody by the left side of the stage, and unfortunately, Jisoo was unable to make it back, but Mistake still very strongly on their ceiling game. We saw that Mistake had actually comboed into a Pokemon all the way up to an up air on Victor, so this is actually really tough to call as to who is winning here. You did mention that Mistake and Jisoo are looking pretty strong, but right now Ally and Victor themselves bring it to a game 3.
Yeah, Ally's been holding his own very solidly in that last game, especially Victor meeting some unfortunate ends, self-destructed with the up B, with the down B through the bricks. But now it's going to be Final Destination. Such a fitting end to this exhibition here. And we're seeing all the players stick with their characters. They're most familiar and comfortable with them. Still a bit surprised to see Ally going back to Mario rather than using Snake after that one game. I know he's really been looking forward to using him, but that's fine.
I feel like he's a lot more comfortable now, especially playing against Mistake's Bayonetta.
Right, yeah. Snake never had to take on Bayonetta back in Brawl, so that's a new monster for him. Oh, and across stage with the forward smash from Victor, clearing Mistake off the field. I believe Ally is the only player who has yet to lose a stock. Oh no. This assist trophy is so devastating, shooting all the way across the stage. Pretty strong bullets. Yeah, we're going to see Victor lose a stock to that as well.
Ally's, though, still holding it down. I may have jinxed it if he actually manages to turn around. No, he still manages to hold on to it. Oh, I jinxed it, though. He does get set off stage. He can make it back, but Mistake is not going to be able to capitalize off of getting that back air.
Yeah, Jisoo able to pick up so many KOs just from spawning that assist trophy. And, oh, now there's the healing field available. Mistake going to chill in there. Let it rock for a bit, hold his bullet climax, but no, Ally rushing right in, says, get out of there, man, no free percent for you.
Yeah, I like the bumper usage too. Putting the bumper right in front of the healing field on purpose.
Oh, we see the spiny shell. If you've played Mario Kart, you know what that means. Whoever is winning, it's coming for you. And it looks like it's in the possession of the red team.
Oh, I like the attempt. It looked like she was going to try to get hit by the shell on purpose to possibly like use it to elevate herself back into the stage, but sending her off to the side.
Yeah, no mercy from the blue shell whatsoever. Oh, and a double KO from Ally with the final smash. And he has the screw attack equipped. It's looking like red team is off to a great start. Actually, almost a great finish. We've only got 35 seconds left. Oh, and the Hokate bomb gonna take Jisoo almost all the way to the top of the screen.
Yeah, Victor taking Bayonetta's bullet climax.
Yep. Oh, and says, you can't shoot me, man. You brought a gun to a fist fight. And in Super Smash Bros, that is actually a losing option.
You see the down B coming out of Victor.
15 seconds, it's all down to the wire.
Kirby actually uses the bullets as well.
Got a double KO from Mistake as well. Okay. Percents are relatively healthy. Jisoo really the only one in danger of getting KO'd right now, but I think we're going to see the score remain as is. Yes, we will. All right. Let's see. Another sudden death! Okay, well, that's what I said, man.
Oh, and you already see the bullets coming out from Mistake, and this is actually something that we should have seen at the very start as well, coming from Mistake with the bullets. You see, Ally is just forced on the corner there, but the bullets hit him right through his shield. Unfortunately, his shield being a little too small, and mistaken Jisoo taking this entire event one game at a time, Max.
Wow. Well, I definitely called it. That's all I've got to say. Excellent finish, but that was down to the wire. Ally and Victor with incredibly close performances, both times going down to sudden death. Ally only able to clutch it out the first time, though, not when it counted most. So congratulations again, Mistake and Jisoo. You guys killed it. Everybody in this tournament killed it. Really just a treat to watch. Got a lot of character diversity. Got a lot of Little Mac gameplay, which I definitely didn't expect. He's been, from what I've seen, one of the least played characters in the demo. So I'm glad he got his time to shine today.
Yeah, and it's been a crazy tournament here so far with all those sudden deaths, especially at the very end with grand finals happening. And I believe we're just going to be sending it out to Alex to announce the winners.
Yep, congratulations again, guys, and very well done by everybody.
All right, guys, there's nothing like a Smash tournament that ends in sudden death. Damn. Let's give it up, first of all, to our runner-up, Victor Lucas and Ally. Great showing from them. And, of course, our grand finalists, stand up, guys, come on. The winners of the entire event, Mistake and Jisoo. Come stand beside me. Come right here. And of course, the amazing Jason is going to come here and present your prizes, the exclusive VIP EGLX package right here, a backpack full of tons of goodies. They're going to enjoy that. And of course, there's nothing like the bragging rights of winning a game in an event, or winning an event in a game that isn't even released yet. So how does it feel, guys, to have those bragging rights?
It's lit.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. All right, now, Mistake, I know you're a massive competitor of Smash 4, one of the best players in the world right now. What do you think of this game so far? Are you looking forward to getting it, competing in it when it comes out?
I'm excited to use Bayonetta and like keep roofing people, because like that's something that everyone hates in Smash 4, but I'm gonna continue to do it in Smash Ultimate, I guess. And yeah, that's really it.
We know Mistake's gonna be a huge competitor. And Jisoo, what did you think of the game as well? Are you gonna pick it up as well?
As long as there's Marth and he's pretty and he's top tier, then I'll play.
As long as Marth is there. And these guys will win it. They take the tournament. One more round of applause. And once again, thank you so much for joining us for ultimately a smashing good time at EGLX. That'll close out the event for today, but we're not done here, guys. If you're fans of Overwatch, if you're from Toronto, we have a massive Overwatch event. The Toronto Defiant roster has something to let you know in just a couple minutes, so stick around, especially if you're from Toronto, guys.